Damn it. And here I thought these bastards couldn't get any more annoying. Yet here we are, in the middle of nowhere, searching for a no-good runt who managed to weasel his way out of our grasp, and on top of that, I'm down an arm. Yeah, Hunter, I'm aware it's my fault. Disregarded the little biter and got careless. But, can you blame me? For the last few months, we've been slaughtering them, for lack of a better term. Some of their best and brightest have fallen at our feet. The last thing I expected was some fledgling who's barely been a vampire a year, or maybe 2, to take my arm. Damn it. What's this, Hunter? Showing concern for a monster. No, it's not serious. I stopped the bleeding a while ago, and with enough time and blood, I'll be able to grow it back. It's just a bummer. Despite being able to regenerate, losing a part of yourself is never easy. Well, at least it's never been for me. Then again, when you get to be as old as me, you try to hang on to as many things as possible. No matter how forcibly they're ripped away from you. Come on. This way, I can smell the blood of both mine and his. Nah. No need to rush. He's young, inexperienced. And no, before you say anything, this isn't me being careless again. In order to get the most out of their little benders, gluttons starve themselves. Right now, that fledgling has enough strength to keep himself from dying outright, but with the wounds you inflicted, he doesn't feed soon, he may very well keel over. And since we interrupted their little party earlier, and set their catering table free in the opposite direction, you are the only human anywhere near here that he can ever hope to feed on. Unless he wants to try to circle back past us, which he's probably brash and arrogant enough to think he can do. But besides that, there's no real danger. He's dangerous enough to have taken my arm. Okay, look, that's the last thing I need from you right now. I just wish he wouldn't have run so far. Jeez, where does he think he's going? Since we have a bit of time before we catch up to him, or before he figures out that the sun will be up soon, can I ask you something? Well, I'm going to ask anyway. Hunter, what drove you to this life? The constant skulking around in the dark, finding yourself in tombs and abandoned warehouses, nightclubs, or wherever you can find yourself, searching for creatures of the night that most of your kind have chalked up to old wives' tales and stories to scare small children. It's just idle curiosity, Hunter. I've seen a variety of motivations that have driven humans to pick up the silver dagger, or arraign themselves in garlic, bathe in holy water, whatever they think will help. I've seen it range from finding out vampires exist and thinking us unholy abominations that need to be wiped out, to losing someone close, and swearing vengeance on the whole lot. So which are you? Oh, come on. You got to ask me about my past. Why can't I ask you about yours? You don't have to go into detail, just what was the event that led you here? What drives you? What is your purpose for hunting my kind like animals? Given the way you go about it sometimes, I'd say you're looking for someone in particular. Someone who took something from you. Easy, Hunter. I'll drop it. Look, like I said, I don't need the details, just curious. But from that look in your eye, I can see I'm right. Like I said, not here to dig up too much of your past traumas, just curious. It takes a lot to drive someone to want to wipe out an entire group of people. Like me and the Scarlet Crow. Okay, that's touche. That's a wound I didn't want to open, so I'll let you have yours. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. I'm used to pushing the buttons of the people around me. Didn't mean to push yours so hard. Even though it was half-hearted, Hunter, that thank you sounded a little bit genuine. Don't tell me you're going soft on me. Yeah. Hold up. You see that? Yeah. He's been being careful. But now, his trail's rather obvious. Bloody handprint on a tree. Footprint in the mud. If I had to guess, either his wounds are finally getting to him and he's making dumb mistakes, or he's trying to lead us into a trap. I'd be willing to put money on the latter, though. Let's see. He'll probably string us along for a bit longer. Jump out from our left, considering that's the arm I'm missing. He'll try to finish me off quickly, probably. Come straight from my heart. Or he might try to take you out first, considering he probably views you as just another weak human, despite the fact that you cut down at least a dozen of his brethren back there. But classic vampire arrogance. Yes, Hunter, the same arrogance that led to me losing my arm. Look, you're never gonna let me live that down, are you? Here, let me put my right arm around you and lean on you a bit, just to make him think that I'm a lot weaker than I am. And, there. He probably thinks because I'm traveling with a human that I have taken off feeding, or at the very least, cut back heavily. Give him that little bit of extra confidence, and he'll dive right into this head first. What? Why are you looking at me like that? I would have made a good hunter. Well, let's not forget, I did spend a whole summer hunting the most powerful vampires in the world. And who better to hunt monsters than another monster? Who knows? Maybe if I'd stumbled across the hunter back then instead of my sire, life probably would have played out a bit differently. Then again, never would have met you, Hunter. I know your senses aren't as keen as mine, but you feel it too, don't you? Getting close. Keep our wits about us, and once we're done here, it's on to the next place. And hopefully, put an end to this nonsense once and for all.